Hey guys, WMG here again with another video on nano reefing. So, today I want to talk to you guys about the food I use as well as the supplements I use for the aquarium and why I use them and if I recommend them to you. So first up on our list of goodies, we've got Reef kalkwasser. Now I haven't been dosing this for a long time. As you can see, it's pretty much still full. I did dose another type of kalkwasser before, which I thought did a pretty good job, but I bought this one just because it'd be cheaper per unit square. So I dose about 1 teaspoon per week, but you do have to put like 2 or 3 teaspoons per gallon, just to make sure that the liquid is saturated enough. All right. It is made by Seachem, which is a company that I actually respect quite a bit. They make some other products that we'll go through that I like. So I didn't always dose kelp water, but since I've been dosing this, it I've had explosive growth, which of course every reefer is looking for. And it gets a double thumbs up from the weapon here, so I would suggest it to you guys. So next up, we've got the Magnesium from Fluval, something that you guys are probably familiar with, those of you who are fairly experienced. Fluval does also make an all-in-one solution if in case you don't want to dose them by themselves. So I use this to prevent my calcium from precipitating, and I like it, so I'd recommend it. Let's see here what to talk about next. Let's talk about fuel. So this is something that's fairly new that's come out from Seachem. It's a line. It's a whole line of chemicals called aquavitro, right? Fuel, which says ignites coral growth, has a lot of fatty amino acids, a lot of vitamins, carbohydrates, supplements for coral. I use this because I get some pretty amazing polyp extension on this, and you can't really see inside there. But what I really don't like about this, the only thing I don't like about this is the cap. Just because, I mean, imagine like you can't exactly pour this into the tank very easily. Let me try to put this back here. It's not too expensive, about $12 a bottle, and it does great. I just don't like the cap. That's all. I'm sure you guys could see why. But it's awesome, and I would definitely recommend this stuff to you guys. I'm just wiping my hands here. That was kind of gross, and it smells like fat. All right, so next we got Prime here. I hardly use this. This is just pretty much a chloramine ammonia remover. And it provides slime coat for the fish. I only really use this if the fish is doing really bad. I just isolate them and dose this a little bit to help them feel better. But I hardly don't use that at all. Also made by Seachem. All right, next we're gonna talk about Reef Builder here, also by Seachem. I think you guys are starting to see a pattern here with me. All right, so I use this to raise my carbon alkalinity, which, since I have a really small tank, this this amount will go a long way for me. Excuse me. Okay, I dose about like a fourth of a teaspoon a week on this stuff, since again my aquarium isn't exactly the biggest system out there. Although I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. Stop judging me. All right, you see, I use this little guy to dose that for me, since small tank here. Alrighty then. Bear with me. Okay, there you go. I got a mess here. Yeah, I know. I know. Alright, so this bottle here, this is actually just vinegar that I use to fully break down my kalkwasser, just so that I can get a nice concentrated solution with it. Alright, so these little syringes here is just stuff that you can ignore pretty much. I get this from a friend of mine. It's just some food for SPSs that I use. I think it's a snow something. You guys probably know. Okay, yeah, let's talk about Coral RX. You can see the bottle is still full since I hardly use this. I really don't use it anymore since I haven't added corals in a long time. But this stuff is great, and I have used it before. You can quote me on that. It is good. You should always dose your corals with this before putting it in the tank. And I swear to God, this stuff smells like Clorox. I have no idea how it doesn't kill your corals, but it's great. It's great. I don't like the cap on this as well because it doesn't actually fit all the way. Just yeah, it's fine. Good product. Good product. Always, you should always use it before adding new corals into your tank. All right, let's talk about my food next. So, all right, so next we're gonna talk about omega-1 marine pellets. Now this is fairly popular. I've seen. I got this just because it was on sale, honestly, and because it was infused with garlic, which is always nice, especially for avoiding ick, which I'm sure all of you experienced reefers out there have had to deal with one time or another. It is terrible to deal with. Anyway, so I like it. It was my first food that I've ever gotten for feeding the aquarium. As you can see, I made this a hole here just to make it easier. Now, let me just pour it out here. Okay, so you can see there that they're actually they're supposedly small pellets, but actually they're quite big for feeding your smaller fishes. Which, of course, in the nail tank you're gonna have small fish. So I have to say I like it, but I couldn't really feed the fish comfortably because it couldn't fit into the mouth, and it's hard, so they can't exactly just swallow it. They have to like wait for it to sog up a little bit. So what I did here is I took it and I crushed it into almost like a dust, but it's not really a dust. It's more like a finer pellet. As you can see, look, see they're bite-sized now, and they get soggier way faster. I found this is like the only way my fish can actually swallow it. And that's what she said. Swallow it. I'm saying. Okay, so not bad product. I like it. I would recommend it, but you probably want to crush it up a little bit before then. Okay, let me see here. Okay, here's another one. This is also omega-1, but this one is Flakes, also infused with garlic. I switch up my diet about once a week, and I'll feed this little bit to them, just to so they can get a little bit of variety, even though basically it's the same thing. But nonetheless, I'd also recommend that to you guys. It's always good to change up your diet a little bit for your fish, just so that they can get a variety, and it won't shock them as much. I found that they're happy in that way, but yeah, who really knows? Hey guys, sorry for the abrupt change of scenery, but that's all the time that I have for this video. Please wait up for my next one, where I talk about my favorite foods that I've gotten recently from my local LFS. So, you're going to want to hear about that one. Please rate, subscribe, and comment on this video. I want to hear what you guys think and what you think I should do a video next on. So, please put that in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to wait up for the next video, guys. Later!